Long story short, Bob Huggins has gotten his second DUI. We all talked about it already. He's had other nefarious behaviors recently, and it led to him resigning, quote unquote, being
Yep.
voluntold that he was no longer going to be the head coach. But he says that this was a text from his wife saying that he would resign, that he never actually signed anything or submitted anything, that he would actually be resigning. It was just his wife like being silly. How
Oh,
long ago was it that we
being silly.
how long ago was it that we talked about this? And apparently he's been like having like the university's come out and been like, we've been having conversations with him, like setting up his retirement package and like resignation package and stuff like. So it's not like he was in the dark and like confused about what was happening. So apparently he's gone to rehab, which good on him, happy for him, and he thinks that when he comes back, he's going to be the head coach again. Now that's what he says. And the university's like, no, no. And I agree with that. So I think Bob Huggins is a great basketball mind. I think he's a great basketball coach. But I'm sorry, sir. You've crossed the line too many times. I don't trust that you doing rehab is going to fix your issues in a month. A lifelong of issues are not fixed in 1 month. You need to be away from the spotlight, taking care of yourself and your family. Get your wife in check if she's really sending these things resigning for you, and figure it out, man. Like this is a bad look, Huggy Bear. Bad look. And you know what? Part of me thinks, and I'm not a conspiracy theorist, I'm not, but maybe WVU's like, here's what we'll do. We'll let him resign. And if all these players get in the transfer portal, we'll pretend he didn't really resign because that's not gonna work. We can't let all these guys go. But if everyone would have been like, yeah, we'll stay, this never would have happened. And I can't confirm that or deny it. And I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but it makes me wonder. And it's weird timing, and the whole situation smells.
Smells. It smelled like the beer cans in his
Smells.
car.
Yep.
So
Yep.
my initial thought when I saw this come out was there was a resignation and there were some type of conditions or terms to the resignation about a buyout, some other things that we weren't supposed to know about, but they were going to happen behind the scenes
Yeah.
to because of what he's done for WVU and that community and the program, blah, 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 blah. And somewhere along the line, WVU's like, yeah, but we're not going to do all that. So now he's fighting back and like, well,
That's a good
I
point.
guess I never really resigned then because where's the record of me doing this? And my wife's the one that said it. I never told you that. I didn't sign anything.
See, that's a good point right there, Muff. I didn't think of that angle. But maybe they are having these meetings and they're like, he knows he resigned, but these meetings aren't going how he expected them to go. And it just says from an account registered to June Huggins. Maybe she's in charge of the cell phone plan and it's really his phone. But if you technically look at the IP address, it's tracking back to June Huggins.
This is going to be this
Because
is this is going to be long and drawn out. That's the
if I'm
problem.
if I'm WVU and I get a text in the middle of the night from Bob Huggins' wife saying I've resigned, I'm probably gonna be like, we're gonna have to talk to Bob in the morning about this. Like, this isn't gonna cut it.
How bush league is it that
Art.
Bob Huggins enters his own resignation, not his agent, his lawyer?
Well, that's why he's saying it's not real. He's like, I never talked to you guys. You just assumed I was resigning.
Okay, but my point here is the university was used to communicating these type of situations directly through Bob.
I
What's
don't really
that
have a
say?
I don't really have a problem with that.
Of course you don't. You live in that state.
I wouldn't have a problem with it if Ohio State's coach did it. I think that
That's
they
not how
it's
business is
their life.
done.
It's their life. Direct talk to the horse. Like, why go through all these chains? Talk to him. What does he want to do? I agree, have a lawyer present, sit down, whatever. But realistically, the decision's his. It's not his attorney and it's not his agent. And it's not, and I wouldn't want any if I was Bob Huggins, I would not want my agent or attorney speaking for me.
About your
I
wife,
would want to speak for myself or my wife. I would talk to my agent or attorney and be like, hey,
Alex.
here's what I've
Alex.
drafted. I want this to come from me. Here's how I will handle it. Does that sound
Alex.
like a good idea?
Alex. This
You're not going
man
to be
is
otherwise.
on record saying stupid shit.
Yeah, that's fine. I
He
agree.
has made stupid decisions.
I agree. I literally
He
said,
is
I agree with the decision of the university to not take it back.
again. I'm not. This. Hold on before you get all super defensive. This man has the verbal intelligence of the governor of the state. We should probably give him a spokesperson with legal capabilities to handle this dirty work.
He,
Alex, let me frame this back to you. I didn't resign. My wife did that. What's
oh,
that sound like to you, Alex?
that doesn't mean that he's not dumb, but I don't agree with your statement that it should have been done by I agree that there should have been a more.
That man needs a handler.
I blame the university for taking his wife's word for it, but I don't say that it should have come from anyone but him. I blame him more saying that they should not have accepted something from his wife if this is true.
The whole situation is bush league. The university is bush league. Bob Huggins is bush league. It's
See,
all
all you ever do is just attack, 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 and then you're like, why? Don't get all defensive yet.
Alex.
All you do is attack. This
If
is
this
why
happened at any university, and we'll even say Ohio State, I would say the same damn thing.
I literally have said it's that, but then we had to talk about the governor. You're always ripping on West Virginia, man.
All I'm going to say to you, Jim, is I don't think this situation is the one that confirms that he needed a handler.
No,
Oh
but
no,
this
the man is off his rocker. The man needs to ride off into the sunset, be retired, and get off the podium. Let someone else come in and run the program and be done with it. I completely wholeheartedly agree. I don't think that he's that smart either. I think he's a great basketball. I think he's very, very basketball smart. I don't think he's book smart. I don't think he's an intelligent like human being. And I don't think that it was a good decision if this really came from as a text from his wife that the university didn't say, yeah, that doesn't count. Like we're going to need something in writing.